So we're going to go ahead with Sincere, the album by Khalid. Which, oh, by the way, before I jump into the album, what the hell happened last week? Like, that person who outed him. What? In 2024? That's wild to have that sort of behavior. It's none of our business. Much like Sean, it's none of our business. Like, let people do what they want to do. Let people keep the truths to themselves. It's not something that had to be shared with the public. Apparently, he was open about it, but like with his circle and like intimate, well, not intimate, but like close people, like families and friends. But yeah, none of our business. I still don't understand it. I still don't understand why people behave that way now. And unknown. So long story short, I think Sincere. So wow, I just read the album title and that came out. Khalid had I don't know if it was a situationship or a relationship with some sort of content creator who happens to be an artist, and they haven't been together in a minute, like a while. But that person decided, and I don't even know the name of that person. I honestly don't want to mention the name to give them attention and credit. They just outed Khalid and told the world on social media that he was either gay or queer or whatever the term is. That I honestly didn't even look that much into it because it's, once again, none of my business. But yeah, that's basically, I just saw a post from like People magazine or something saying that he had been outed by that influencer or content creator. And it just sucks. That's not the way it's supposed to go. So whatever. But that being said, we're going to have a listen to Sincere, the album by Khalid, with Adore You as the first track.
Started on two different pages, I'm happy we made it. You say that you're broken, I'm the one who's changing. 1,000 miles apart and God knows that I hate it. Nothing hurts me more than when we're separated. 1,000 miles apart and you're still in my heart. Can we take it back? I'm waiting at the start.
I like the vibe. I like the production. The mixing especially.
Feels like we should just smoke, we should get high, we should just find someone to be a
Ooh, that vocal effect.
if you can, we should just find someone to be a I see that look in your eyes, I'll do whatever you like. Sit back and not fantasize, feels like I'm falling for you.
Damn, okay.
Open up, I wanna fight for your trust, why don't we focus on us?
Ooh, I'm gonna fix my hair. I just had a sneak peek of it. Ooh, I really like the vibe. I like how soft it is. Like the pads and the beat and the bass. It's really fun. You know what? The bass kind of feels like bumping on clouds a little bit. I feels like... Hold on, I'll let it finish and I'll get into it. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. The bass sounded like, and I mean, it's not the first time that I hear a bass with that sound design, but it sounded a little bit like you're jumping on clouds or on balloons and you're kind of bumping, but like softly. So yeah, it was giving that cozy slash almost like a hallucination type of vibe of just like falling into the clouds a little bit. Almost, I want to say this sounds a little wintry, which is great for this time of year. I feel it's kind of an uplifting gray type of vibe, which I mean matches the aesthetic on the album. By the way, I should talk about it, but like Khalid, like I didn't really provide any insight as to what I know about Khalid. I really like his music. I've been mostly listening and paying attention to his music since his album, which I'm just going to pull up because I don't want to mess up, Free Spirit. That album was really on repeat for me for a long time when it came out. I really, really liked it. I loved the song Experience that he did with Victoria Monet, as well as Love Lies with Normani. So I'm pretty familiar with his discography. I haven't listened to his EP that came out in 2021 between Free Spirit and Sincere. So maybe I could do that sometime soon. But the single, really the song that has been on repeat for a long time is Skyline. That was my jam when it came out. I really liked it. I really liked how uplifting and upbeat it was. And the vocoder effect in it. So yeah, I'm fairly familiar with his music, and this is the reason why I wanted to dive into his album. I hadn't had the chance to do that. And I don't know how much of his music, like the latest singles, are in that, because I remember last listening to his stuff, it was around the time that Be The One came out, so I don't feel like that's part of the project, if I'm not mistaken. And it definitely doesn't match the vibe that we're going with in this project. Khalid brings the vibes. It's chill and like lyrics are tender. I agree. And bumping on clouds, I like that. That's kind of the visual that came up. I don't. You know what it reminded me of? The sound effect that is used in the movie Big Hero 6, I think, with Baymax. Like whenever somebody would bump into him. It really felt like the bass sound had that like sound effect. From his music, I've only listened to Free Spirit and a bunch of singles collabs. Yeah, I mean, even I don't very well remember his work from before Free Spirit, so I might need to dive back into it. But yeah, that's the reason, a little bit of context behind why I'm diving into this project tonight. Now, let me just fix my hair, because you know what? This reminds me of the Queen of England, which I don't want to have as a vibe. I'm just going to pull my hair back. Like, I rarely do this on stream, but I'm just going to... Hey, I think that's a lot better. Okay, all right. Now we're good to go, which is different because I don't usually have my hair backwards like this on stream. But new time of year, new vibe. Everything we see. Ooh. I already like this one. Ooh. Okay, so we're having references to gravity, atmosphere, similar to what I was saying. Hey. Wow.
back and catch my breath and think about it. You're doing what you want.
That's a very different tone from him. A very talking tone. I like his falsetto tone. It's really soothing.
Back and catch my breath and think about it. You're doing what you want and this life is only you deciding. I had a minor setback, I took some time to analyze it.
Okay.
Love inside you and now it's up for you to find it. I had to take a step back and catch my breath and think about it. You're doing what you want and this life is only you deciding. I had a minor setback, I took some time to analyze it.
There's something about the minor setback that I'm like, what was a minor setback? I'm very curious to see. I really like the track. I really, really like it. It's a little bit of an earworm. It's definitely catchy. There's something about it that's like, and I think Anon, you pointed it out. I've never heard him sing like that either. It's a lot more talk key type of approach, which is nice. It's very different. The only little bit of criticism that I would have is that the yeah 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 part after the chorus, I at least would have cut it by half after the first chorus. I found it to be a little bit redundant. The second time that we hear it, it felt better because there were ad-libs and like additional vocals. But it was very, I guess the only word that I have to describe it is like very square. It's like equal everywhere and just like very full. There could have been a little more tension that is built throughout that part with like moriers or ilesiers and kind of playing around with it or having some more ad-libs. But besides that, I really like the production aspect. I really like his tone on that one, which is very different. And I wonder if we're going to see it again in the album. And once again, I'm very curious about that minor setback. Like, what is the context behind that? But yeah, immediately like it as well. I'm going to go back to it for sure. And okay, I agreed. I'm not the only one. I'm assuming it's with regards to the yeah yeah yeahs part. Which, by the way, something that I like to do, and I always try to bring them up. And it's fun when the projects have been out for a minute because it makes it a lot easier for me. Is the lyrics are on the screen where I play my music. Little reminder: I play my music with YouTube Music, which I love as an app. If you're curious as to the music that I listen to, I think I made a post on the community tab on YouTube with a link to a playlist that I shared that contains basically my top 50 or 100 songs for the year 2024 based on my like recap, my yearly recap. So anyway, I use YouTube Music. It's nice to see that the lyrics are there on the same window because usually when the projects are new, they're not always there. Not always. All right, next track, Altitude. Once again, kind of another reference to skies and atmosphere.
I don't wanna say too much already, but I never felt something quite like this. Deep into the night and my eyes are heavy. Try to turn away, but I can't resist. You don't gotta fill my head with lies. Living in the moment, cause I know
I should not have done that. Oops. Hold on. Let me fix it. Oh. Okay. Oh, I kind of like what they did with the like in the back. Mm. I like that. So far, every single track has had a certain production element with the vocals that really stand out, that make it more interesting. I like it. I wonder who produced the album. I really, really like it. And I'm looking up the producers. I mean, first of all, Khalid wrote the entirety of his album, so that's amazing. Um, and I'm not 100% familiar with the producers on that one. Well, that might be worth looking into. Interesting. Yeah, no, I liked it. There was something. I mean, there's an airiness with his vocals that he was like. I don't remember the melody, so I can't replicate it right now. But like, the first line, there's one line and it goes like "over the moon," like that part. I really, really like it. I feel like it's very indicative of R&B in general, of playing around with those tones and being able to have that little bit of a riff. So I really liked it, and also we're in very chill. Like honestly, it really fits winter to me, really, really well. And I know this album came out a little while ago. It came out in August. I feel like for the theme of it, for the aesthetics of it, I would have maybe waited a little bit to release it. I don't feel like it fits summertime all that much, but like discovering it at this time of year is great. I really like it. Okay, let me have a look at the comments. I'm definitely going to check out the playlist. Nice. Okay, I think we have similar taste in pop and R&B music. We do, and there are some things that I've already shared in the past of artists that I like, but some little lesser known artists that you might appreciate as well. So enjoy that. I'm going to say this early, but I think this is my favorite so far. Really? Oh, okay. I don't know. He wrote it all. Well, I mean, he definitely has collaborators. He's not the only one who wrote on the album, but he's listed as the primary writer. So I guess the bigger proportion of the credits go to him. I love the airy vocals. Same. I mean, that's a very like traditional Khalid signature in his performances. But there's the talking part from the previous track is still like imprinted on me, like mentally. I don't want to go ahead and talk too quickly and like say which one is my favorite, because I feel like we're gonna have a couple of surprises on the album. He's a very like, I want to say he's an underdog. Like the music doesn't see. I don't know if it's about like his branding or promotion, but I feel like the music that he releases is beyond like what we see in the media doesn't do justice to the value of his music. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm expecting maybe a few surprises here and there. Okay. Where is this
I
going?
walked out the front door. You said you didn't want me anymore, you meant that. You said it with your chest, caught me on a bad day. They say I'll get over the trauma, but there's certain things that you just don't forget. I wish I could burn it all and light all of this shit on fire, set the world ablaze, just like a cigarette underneath the waterfall. That's where I wash away the grievances you can't escape. You're my biggest regret, but it's all good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all these years, all these tears, but it's all good.
Ooh.
'Cause you're just how your dreams, just someone who will believe you and like it's all good. Yeah, all these years, all these tears, but it's all
Ooh, I think lyrically this is the one I like the most so far.
you're just how your dreams, just someone who will believe.
Ooh, nice.
Almost like I'm done for. I wonder if you even got it all you say you did. With your empty word, always seem to cut me dead. Just like a dagger to my stomach as you watch me bleed. Is this what I deserve? It's all good. Yeah, all these years, all these tears, but it's all good. 'Cause you're just how your dreams, just someone who will believe you in it like it's all good. Yeah, all these years, all these tears, but it's all good. 'Cause you're just how your dreams, just someone who will believe.
It's so winter. I don't know how else to describe it. Ooh. That's high. That's high pitched. Nice.
It's all good.
Nice. I want to say that for a fraction of a second, I feel at the very beginning when I first heard the guitar, I like the song "Somebody to Call My Lover" by Janet Jackson popped up in mind. So I felt for a second that we were going to have a little bit more of a pop moment. I'm not disappointed by any mean, but I was like, oh, are we getting something a little more like upbeat? But besides that, I mean, I loved it. We're still in the very same kind of dreamy, falling through the clouds vibe. I feel like that's very much his thing, to be honest, at this point. And yeah, just the different like little elements and his falsetto. Tell me, do you think of me like in the bridge? That was amazing. Yeah. Another great one. Like so far, no skips. Absolutely no skips on the album. I like it a lot. All right, let me see. For sure, an underdog. I'll be honest, I didn't think much of him until my friend kept recommending him. Yeah, no, I mean, I kept hearing his name, and I don't think anybody specifically recommended him to me, but there was a point where I just got curious and then listened to his music, and I was like, oh, whoa, okay, I like. The guitar in the back is tastefully done. I agree. For real, Winter. And yeah, his falsetto is really, really beautiful. To me, like, music has seasons. It has colors. It has symbolism, objects, on top of moods, on top of feelings, and I like to associate them. It's a way to categorize and like for people who like for people to whom music means a lot in their life and that often connect to different times of year or different events in their lives. I'm somebody who likes to create playlists and really assign a very specific mood or like thought to it and or sound, similarity in sound, and just like bathe in it for a second and replay that playlist when I'm, feeling great or feeling low or feeling a certain way. And explore in different sounds, like different genres based on feelings, based on experience, and not limit myself to a specific category of artists or a specific category of music. So yeah, that's why I keep saying winter. It really, to me, is that perfect vibe for winter, without being in like Christmas music or any holiday music, really. I mean, if you're just getting into making playlists, you're gonna have a lot of fun, and especially if you stick around on this channel, we're gonna discover a lot of music together. So that's gonna help your playlists. But yeah, so far no skips. All right, next track, Broken. This sounds like a winter night specifically. I don't know if you see what I mean.
But it's one that both of us can never win. How can you no longer next to me? Where were you the other night at 10 p.m.? No, I've never been the one that chased your trash.
Oh, it's almost like a Justin Timberlake type of beat from the early 2000s.
The decision that you made, can you take it back? Can you know it when there's this much effort done? You're leaving me just for him. How'd I lose your love? I'm wondering.
Ooh.
You're leaving me just for him. I lost your love once again. Don't understand. Oh, I can't go through this. I don't wanna hurt anymore.
Whoa, okay.
I can't go through this. I don't wanna open up that door. Oh, I can't go.
What he did on Door, like, duh, like that.
Another heart to mend. Oh, I can't go through this again. I'm broken.
Whoa. Okay, are we getting a switch up or a key change? That's what I'm trying to figure out now.
You're so out of bounds. I'm stuck in denial, thinking you're
Okay.
down, but you let me down. Where do I turn now? Someone tell me out.
Ooh.
Everywhere I go, you'll still be around. How could you do me like that? Do I know how to?
I really like that one.
You see next to you when I'm not home. You say that you
Whoa.
sit next to
It's almost giving like interlude vibes, but not quite. Hey. With that white noise a little bit, like signifying the messiness, the blurriness of like the understanding of that relationship, and like why did you leave? Why did you go to that other person? The parts of your mind that just aren't clear and don't make sense, and you're not thinking through. You're just feeling something. Whoa. Okay. So far, this I think takes the top spot. Yeah, top spot for the tracks in the album. Production wise, really nailed it. It's by far the most interesting track to me, and that's what I said about Little Surprises. I was like, I expect a few things happening in the album. So yeah, no, this is by far takes the cake. I don't know what else to add to it. The production was amazing. I like that transition. I like that key change. I like that beat change. I like the progression that we had. It really didn't feel. It felt like there was a chorus, but there really wasn't necessarily a chorus because there's no like repetition in lyrics between the different sections. So yeah, that was great. I really liked it. That change, yeah, almost sounds like a different song, but still the same. Definitely, it felt kind of like an interlude, but it wasn't an interlude at the same time. Hey, good evening. Hold on. Your screen name is blue on my thing, so I'm like trying to see. Damien, Mecca, Damien. And then, is that Nut? I'm trying to read, but it's like a small writing. Actually, I'm really not that bright. I could just zoom in to my webpage. Yeah, welcome. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you're enjoying. We're exploring Khalid right now and his latest album, Sincere, that I did not get to listen to when it came out. But you know what? We're catching up because on Friday, 2 singles of his are coming out featuring Normani and Aristar. And we're also catching up on their albums. No, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. It's entirely my platform that is miscolored and should be better. But I just have 2 different places where your chat shows up. So it's all good. Your name is Mac. Oh. Wait. No, hold on. I just cool name Mac. Okay, yeah. No. That's the tag. Wow, I'm confused. This is going great. I'm once again very like golden retriever energy, just distracted by what's happening in the chat. I can hear how Era and him would be a great collab. Absolutely, their tones are going to be great together. I don't even know what tracks they're being featured. If it's remixes of like previously released tracks or not. But yeah. Anyway, that was a great track. I really liked it a lot. Next one, Those. I'm feeling Khalid about to bid his thank you next era. Maybe. Okay. It almost feels like it could be a dance track. A little bit. Whoa.
Counting every breath you take. How'd I get here if it's not fate? And they say drugs are not your friend.
Whoa.
That was the first mistake I made. Can't tell what's real, what is fake. And they say drugs are not your friend. They say drugs are not your friend. You take one now, you're in the trance. You feel like you've been born again. Only until you're bored again. You take. Can't tell what's real, what is fake. Can't tell what's real.
Whoa, okay.
I know that you're craving more. You want more.
Whoa, once again, a little bit of that Justin Timberlake inspiration from his early music. Like production-wise, specifically. Also, what a heavy topic. Okay. We have an arpeggio playing in the back. We're gonna build up. Ooh, nice. Reminds me of the intro to Latch. Yeah. Great recall. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Wow, that was interesting. That felt almost like a movie scene situation happening. First of all, like I said, the topic of the song is fairly heavy. But from my understanding, I'm assuming that somebody did a little bit too much in terms of consumption, and he's basically helping that person get through that episode. Because it's fun in the moment, but if you overdo it, that's when it's a problem. And it was a mix of like some Justin Timberlake from there's a song that I can't point out what the title is in my mind, but it was like there was a buildup, there was tension to it, but it never like peaked and it never like exploded. So it was like almost the same feeling that you have when you're worried for someone and you're not sure if they're gonna make it. So there was a buildup. It just never like had a climax to it. It just then faded, you know? But I liked it. That was very interesting as well. I like that build-up. There's a bit of repetition in lyrics because we're having a major moment that's repeated twice. But besides that, I really had a good time listening to that one. I really liked it. All right, so what have you guys been saying? I was too lazy to write the entirety. Oh, goodness. Y'all can just call me Damien. Okay, Damien. Well noted. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I was about to say, I'm assuming you're talking about my hair, but I just realized I'm the only one on that screen. So yeah, but thank you. I appreciate. Well, I mean, technically, it's currently held back a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I just did something that was not bad. But thank you. I appreciate it. Lyrics are so real. Yeah. I mean, I've never been through that. Like, the closest I've been into a situation that could, I guess, relate to it is being with a friend who had an anxiety attack. Having had some in the past, including one where I had to go to the hospital. It was pretty intense. I'm now the friend that's, like, really well-equipped, or even at that point was the friend that was really well-equipped to deal with people going through it and be able to help them through it. So it's kind of the only, but I wasn't worried for them, you know? This song really spells out worry and just like hoping that they get better soon. So yeah, but lyrics are real, very real. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Khalid talks about a history of addiction in Free Spirit. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember 100% of the content of the lyrics in that album, but I do feel like he touched upon it a little bit. Um, yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, no, it's quite the song. I really liked it. It's a very intense vibe. I wouldn't always go back to it, I feel, because it's very intense, but production wise and storyline wise, I really liked it. Really liked it.
I was wondering, baby, could I make you my baby? If we don't
Ooh.
be unable, would it make us go crazy? If you ask me, I'm ready. If you ask me, I'm ready. I'm
Okay. Where's this going?
Cause you already know him, it's coincidental that he loves your body and mind the way I do.
Oh shit!
Confidential, or do you let anyone inside your mental? I bet you ain't told them the things that we've been through. I know you're not flashing your wrist like you've been doing. The fact that I actually started to trust you, then you broke my heart. Someone bring me a tissue. Or maybe I'm sharpen my pencil to write you a letter and show you I'm into you. Still down forever, even if it's pleasurable. Heads on your name on the package I sent to you. Open it up.
Whoa.
Cheese and I hope you believe in the end that I got you. How can I move forward if every relationship I get in don't end the same if it ain't you?
Oh wow. Okay. Ouch.
That I bought you, look back at the pics of vacations I brought you. You can't even match it, he's not in my bracket. You settle for less, but it make me, I put you on. Doesn't look good on me, way too appealing to go through experiences that he's given. Cause you see on this side, I'll trade you with fire. Got bundles of roses, like up to the ceiling. It's so good without you on.
Damn.
I'm healing, but that doesn't change that the way I've been feeling. It's clouding my judgment, I act like it's nothing, but really I suffer, I'm way too forgiving. Saw you a man and he looks like a joke. It's been a while since the both of us spoke.
Whoa.
I think that my life would be better if we never met, but that's not how it goes.
Damn, he really said I'm not. I mean, I'm not in the same tax bracket, but also I'm very good on paper. Interesting. Okay. Wow. I mean, this is the one where we had a bit more of a flow, like a rapping moment in the album, which I liked a lot. It really, there's something. I mean, it really fits the idea of the call out that we're getting in the song. Like, there are several instances of like taking digs, dabs. I don't even know at that ex, right, or that ex situationship. I don't know. I don't know. It's not clear whether or not that we're officially together, but there was really something about calling out like the differences between Khalid and the new man that topic subject of the conversation has, which I really liked. It was much. It's like the most attitude I've seen on this album so far. Also, might want to say as well. Very consistent when it comes to production on the album so far. I really like the vibe that we have and how we have variety, but it's still very much in the same realm. So that's a very important thing for me. I like a lot. We don't have a very like linear storytelling, I feel, but it's still sonically is very, very cohesive. Oh, is it an Alicia Keys sample? Yeah, well, you were teaching me something, and this is why we discover new music together. I honestly meant to listen to this album earlier in the coffee shop, but I ended up listening to Mnek instead. I mean, Mnek, great choice. Come on. Um, the term ex situationship is wildly well. It's a modern saying, you know. So the evolution of relationships very interesting over the years. We're definitely in a different generation, different phase in society, living that type of dynamic very differently. So I feel like it's appropriate to have new labels, right? Um, yeah, rap sounding verses definitely. I like we're really getting versatility, but like consistency at the same time. And that was a fun little moment of yeah, a bit more attitude. I liked it. I really did. All right. Which brings us to just about the middle point of the album. Track number 8, Breathe.
I'm useless, out of my depth. I don't wanna lose myself again. I'm useless,
Ooh.
out of my depth. Baby, I need your oxygen. I'm useless, out of my thoughts. I don't wanna lose myself again. I'm useless, out of my depth. Baby, I
Okay.
need your oxygen.
Only 6 a.m. and I'm out searching for morning glory. Many of us make it through the madness to tell
Oh,
us.
we're really having a rap moment in the album.
Of us shackled by our depression. No one can escape our fate. The world brings us no exceptions. Even in my bed, I feel afraid when the lights go off. Just my thoughts and I've been dying to clear my conscience. Like the walls are closing on me. I get so claustrophobic. Open up my eyes. I'm still surrounded by all this darkness, and I know that.
Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. I really like that the chorus is the feature of this track. Yeah, I was thinking the same. The rap really fits him, fits his style a lot. Hey. This is it really reminds me of the early 2000s. I feel like we had a lot of sounds like that back then. I can't pinpoint a specific example that I remember by heart, but that vibe is definitely something I feel that feels a little nostalgic for my childhood. Who's singing the chorus? It is Arlo Parks, a feature on the track. Also, that second verse is being sung by her. But yeah, definitely the rap really suits him well. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm pleased. It really felt like a little bit of an interlude in the album, like different tones, different artists, different approach. I really liked it. And I like I mean, I feel like, let me have a look. I feel like the chorus was definitely written by Khalid because it felt like him and it felt like somebody taking his like singing patterns and like his different movement in the sung part. But is it? Hold on, breathe. Arlo Parks. I don't know. Arlo Parks' real name is I mean, I'm gonna say it in French because that name is French inspired, definitely. Anais, but I cannot pronounce her last name. So, also known as Arlo Parks, has probably written her little verse in the song, but the choruses really felt like would like Khalid. And when he sung it at the end, I was like, yeah, that pretty much confirms it. Hold on. Sometimes I think that Shen has more situationships than actual relationships. No, I think you're right. True, yeah, it's times are different. I don't know if it's for the better, but times are different. The vibe reminds me of the 2000s, of the 2000s No Scrub. A little bit, yeah. But there's I don't know. There's a song I feel that I've listened to in the past that kind of like an emo type of, not quite rock, but like there was a period of time where the music was a little darker, and it felt like it. This felt like it, really. If ever it comes back to mind, I'll let you guys know. All right, let's move on to Ground.
Cotton candy color skies even put a smile on my broken mule. Something about the sun
Whoa.
pleases me and brings out the best in you. I could stare at you all evening, melting into the mountainside. I'm focused.
I would not have recognized Khalid if I heard that for the first time without context. Okay, now I would. That was a much deeper. We're getting a lot more range from Khalid on this project. And by the way, once again, the references to like ground, air, falling, atmospheric references. No features on the track, so I'm assuming that is Khalid.
Self-aware when everything seems so calculated.
You know, I think I know what's happening there. I'll come back to it. Remind me if I forget. Wow, we're really getting deep tones. And also probably the vocal mixing is different. Yeah, it's definitely sung from or rap song, I guess, from a vocal fry type of position in the voice. Less airy, for sure. Nice. That was a neat little surprise too. I didn't expect that tone to come out of him. But definitely there is range on the album. For sure. And now the other thing that I wanted to say was that he's kind of having like a Beyonce album by Beyonce moment. Where, 4 was such about vocal performance and those big songs that took a lot of like breath work and range and power. And then she moved on to Beyonce, which was A, darker, B, a lot more rapped / spoken, a lot less vocal acrobatics, And this very much feels like that type of era for him. It's a darker, more focused on like rhythm and more focused on like a tone in delivery rather than just maintaining some sort of like vocal agility. It's very range based in terms of tone and less in terms of like key and scale and like a vocal range per se, like in terms of the highest notes versus the lowest notes. Not that we don't have any, but there's something that's very mature in the tones that are used in the album that I'm really, really appreciating right now. It's fun to see him evolve that way because if I compare it to, I guess, the more successful stuff, it's not that well developed. I mean, obviously, I'm comparing an album to like singles maybe, but there's something about this project that I really, really like in terms of the maturity that he has gained between his previous project and now, which is so cool. I really, really like it. It could be a vocal changer, but I don't think so. I mean, probably there are vocal effects and there's a chain of effects that is applied, but he definitely tapped into a different part of his vocal performance. Because you don't... There's a way that he maybe pronounced the words a little differently if he's more talking. There's also, like I said, he went into a deeper tone, like maybe a vocal fry type of situation. Because you can hear the nuances between the sung part and the rapped part. So, I don't know. It was nice. It was really, really nice. I liked it. But regardless whether it was like affected by vocal effects or not, I like the development that Khalid has had in sound and style musically. All right, next one. So there's Who's There to Pick Me Up.
In our conversation, I've experienced these casualties, built these walls of the tragedy, thinking if they get high enough, no one needs to save it. Now I know vulnerability has its limitations. If I'm showing you everything, I hope you embrace it. Cause I don't do that usually, I'm prepared for the scrutiny, thinking if you get used to me, you'll be on your way.
Whoa.
So I guess you must be on your way then.
Ooh.
No one's ever gave me any patience. Don't know how to love me in demonstration. Who's there to clean me up when you're gone? I think I made a mess.
Oh, wow.
Who's there to clean my mind? You're not around, you're so unimpressed with me.
Oof. Ooh. There was something... All right. I'll get back. This reminds me slightly of Kalani in terms of music style, like from her first While We Wait EP. Or... Anyway, you know what I mean. Oh, I know what song it reminds me of. It's Water by Kalani. Yeah. Wow.
When I'm all alone, when I'm all alone,
Nice. Yeah, with a little bit of an outro music. Nice. All right. Yeah, that definitely felt much deeper. And I agree. The lyrics were loaded for that one. And it feels a little more... no, still very winter. Like, honestly, I love the consistency in the album. It really feels like we're in some sort of universe, almost like a little bit of a musical movie, with different scenes happening back to back. But there was something about it that felt a little more sad and intense and very much in your feels. Even though we've had multiple times like very intense topics when it comes to emotions, I feel like that one was like the lowest point. But it's intense, and I like the intensity of it. Hold on, let me read, because I got distracted by the message I popped in. I really like how he's changing his style and messing around with vocal effects and filters. Agreed. Honestly, great pairings with the producers. There's a variety of different producers on the album, but that was a smart decision. We're getting versatility once again, but maintaining consistency. Pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, this is a little more classic Khalid.
Can we make this work? Can we make amends? I don't want to fight, no more arguing. Hurting word of mouth. Tell me where you've been. You don't gotta lie. Say he was just a friend. I just can't choose how.
Ooh, I feel like we're getting a little bit of like Timbaland production in the back, like with there's an effect. Wow. Thanks. With the guitar, I like. Ooh, you know what I would have added? Some sort of guitar solo. That would have been an epic ending to really have like that ultimate build up at the end. Whoa, and it jumped right into the other one. Yeah, no, I haven't mentioned it, but his ad libs are on point always. I agree. I agree. And that's the beauty of R&B. There's some level of comfort and agility when it comes to ad libs and vocals that just kind of tie in everything together. So I love it for that. Yeah, I mean, this felt a little the tempo, the beat felt a little more traditional, Khalid, but there was something in the back, like a synth effect that really reminded me of like once again Justin Timberlake. I can't remember the title of the song. It's playing in my brain right now, and I don't have the lyrics. I only have the melody. But like when Timbaland really collaborated with him, it's I am it's like stuck there. I can't take it out. But yeah, the production was really interesting. I mean, so far, I like the album a lot. All right, I think there was a guitar solo at the end. There might have been like it wasn't quite a solo as much as it was chords. Like usually when there's a solo, there it's like a prominent feature. You really focus on it. It's like center in the mix. It's centered in the mix rather, not it's center in the mixed. Yeah, there was synth elements in it, but no, I can't. It just all I know is Timbaland, Justin Timberlake, early 2000s. There was an effect for a very specific song that I feel like was present, and that was pretty cool. And I would have added like this a very big dramatic electric guitar solo at the end. But still, regardless, that was a great track. I liked it. Okay, Long Way Home.
I was innocent, so if it's red or blue, I didn't know what the difference is. When we're in my high ride, Sunset Drive, like we're on the freeway, going 35, took this exit just to hit a 180.
See, now that's a little more summery-ish. Maybe spring, kind of early summer. Oh.
So connected when we're vibing on the same trip. Had to come tight, but it turned into a spaceship.
What a visual. I mean, it wouldn't be a Khalid album if there wasn't any reference to having a party, I feel. No, it wasn't Mirror, but I'll try to look it up after the album. Try to point out the song that I was talking about. Okay. I feel like we're kind of coming out of the darkness and the gloom from earlier in the album, where I feel like we're going to transition into something lighter, a little brighter. But I mean, it's a classic Khalid song. That is kind of what I expect out of him. Not necessarily my favorite because there are some really, really interesting tracks production-wise. But I like it. As you know, I like Khalid's music to begin with. So nothing I would skip for sure. I don't think it's a miss at all. Yeah, exactly. The song sounds much more like typical Khalid. I feel like it's really two-spirit. Two-spirit. I forgot the title of the album. Hold on. What? Hold on a minute. It's Free Spirit, not Two Spirit. Free Spirit. Because I was thinking second album. So, yeah, classic lead. I like it. There you go. Okay, next. Ooh. Oh yeah, we are really heading into a lighter vibe. Yeah, we're coming out of that winter time. I have something to share after the song. I have an idea. Okay. Ooh, I agree. His vocals are further back. Definitely. The guitars are much more present. But once again, I like his mixing throughout the album. I really like it. Okay. Ooh, you put the finger right on it. Post Malone, 100%. Whoa. Even like tone-wise in his voice, there's some similarities, and I never like compared both together. But wow, that great comparison. Okay, here's what I would have done. I probably, and I mean, I still haven't listened to the other 3 tracks, right, on the album. That's that are remaining. But if we're sticking to that direction, or like that change in season, if we want, musically speaking, I probably would have suggested that the album I mean, Sincere, which is the title track of the album, is the next one that we're going to listen to. So I don't know. We'll see depending on the sound of it. But I would have probably suggested that this album be released in like late October, November. And that basically there's the deluxe version that comes out in the spring where we have a bit more of a summery sound as the deluxe tracks. And that with the cover, which is in black and white, for like the wintertime that's coming up, we have like a colored version of the cover for the spring as, flowers are blooming again and the better weather is coming back and, whatever. I feel like it would have been a little more appropriate time-wise for the album and its sound. Or that this kind of like part... No, I wouldn't have it come out before the actual album. But yeah, I feel like there's something in the timing that could have been really, really interesting because the album in itself is kind of a long album. At 52 minutes, it's a heavy dose. It's not a bad thing, but there would have been an opportunity to shorten up the album a little bit as a standard version, release it at a more appropriate time, and have that transition into a new sound be a little more... I don't want to say planned, but like be a little more... capitalized on in terms of timing. That could have been really, really cool. Once again, 3 other tracks to go through, so I don't know those 2 songs at least could have been taken out for deluxe version, and we'll see for the other 3 that are coming up. All right, I have to say, I like it. Yeah, I like it too. It's a very like Free Spirit inspired or like back to a classic sound that we often get from Khalid. Was a fan of Posty's second album. I have yet to get into a Post Malone. I've heard some singles, but I haven't been... Yeah, I need to get more into his music. That's going to be one of the artists that I want to catch up on. Exactly my thoughts. Deluxe would have been perfect. I have nothing to add to that. On that note, let's head into the title track, Sincere. Oh, interesting.
Tell me what I mean to you. My fingertips are black and blue. I'm holding on to your heart, but it's cold and I'm frozen. Don't know what I bring to you. I wonder what you see in me. There's nowhere left I can go, 'cause our chapter is closing.
That would have been a great ending for the album. Ooh. Ooh. There's nothing like a heavy-hitting question in the song to make you think and feel something. I really like that chorus. That would have been a great ending to the album. I feel like there's something that sounds just different enough to stand out and be like a chapter closing, but also the references made in the song are perfect for an ending. Yeah. I don't know what the other two tracks are about, but like sonically, it would have been a nice way to sort of like get out of that very dark winter sound that we had and just be like on a path to something better, which leads into those deluxe tracks that really have a bit of a brighter summery sound. Definitely spring at least. So I don't know. There was potential to be smart about it. Not that I'm bummed that it didn't happen, but I'm surprised that they didn't go with that. I mean, I feel like maybe it's part of the storyline, but with the same person. Like the other songs are like, the other two songs before that, even though they sound different, like they're still about the same person and things that happened before hitting this point in Sincere. But yeah. I feel like we kind of had this off-roading experience with a different sound, and we just drove back into what we had before a little bit. But definitely one of the most interesting tracks of the album. I really liked it. There's something about the chorus that's very hypnotic. Okay. One of my favorites as well. Lyrics are relatable and so atmospheric, definitely. But there's something about the guitar that kind of brings in a hopeful feeling to it, a little bit of brightness. Yeah. Anyway, next one. Oh, to you.
One day you're here, another you're gone. I dream about when you're back and taking you home.
See, this would have been a bit like a great after the events type of track, and it has that guitar that feels a little spring, summery.
Cause you have your options, your life's not stopping for random man. Where are my manners? You must have lost them. If you give me the chance, then I'll hold your hand and make you a promise. We'll share romance like it's only us two.
Ooh, I like how light this one is. Oh, wow. Oh, I love that. Oh, that are you. Yeah. Okay. The guitar production is really nice. Whew. I love that vocal flip that we're having. Wow. Wow. Okay.
every time. I will love with you tonight.
Whoa. Okay, sonically, it's among the best of the album, if you ask me. I really, really, really like this one. It's very bittersweet, I agree. It has an element of melancholy where it's really it's really an after the fact type of song. It's like reminiscing on the events and what could have gone right and what didn't. And there's a different it's a different timeline. It's a different part of the timeline, definitely. It's part of the same timeline, but it's a different part of the timeline. The type of situation of like you're kind of ending that grieving of that relationship, and you're thinking back. It's a little more in your feels, and you're like, yeah, it could have been something. It really could have been something. So I like it, and like the mix between the guitar feels very, very light. Reminds me of kind of like a waterfall type of movie sequence of like discovering the beauty of a waterfall a little bit. And I really like the vocal flip in the "you" part. That is like so catchy and like really grabs my attention. So yeah. I swear you're reading my mind stuff. Well, I mean, we're listening to the same music, and music that is well developed, well executed, has an intention, and communicates the same thing to a mass of people. That's why some songs are just so. How can I say it? Some songs are so like international, without boundaries, because they make you feel something, and that's something that you feel a lot of people do. So yeah, it just I like this one. I really like this one. I'm gonna be curious how the ranking turns out, but so far on the album, no skips. I've really liked every single one of them. Which now brings us to the last track, Decline, which now I'm curious to hear what this is about. Ooh.
I never thought it'd be over so quickly. What a shame. I still feel the pain deep inside of my core.
Okay, I feel like this is very still summer. Winter.
I'm not the same as I was when you're with me. Should I build my grave, wasting away on the living room floor?
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
We were fine. Did you change your line? I don't know if you said goodbye. You're so hard to find, and I hope things were the same. But I'll take the blame, and I'll go. I thought we were fine. Do you hit decline when I call?
Yee. Ouch. A little bit of an emo rock pop situation inspired. Doesn't sound like it, but it feels like it's the same chords.
'Cause I can't replace the memories of you when they start to dissolve. I thought I was okay, all of a sudden then it hit me. I try to relax, you're not coming back to me after all.
It's like a rock ballad almost. Yeah.
And I thought we were fine. You changed your line. Don't know if you said goodbye. It's so hard to find. I hope things were the same, but I'll take the blame.
Ooh.
I thought we were fine.
Oh. I thought it would like
I call.
Okay. Sort of got it. Reminds me of SZA a little bit and what she did with her last album. Yeah, I feel like there's a track that I don't remember which one, but yeah, some similarities to it. And this is what concludes the album. Oop, never mind. I kind of cut short. The album Sincere by Khalid. I still stick by what I was saying of like, I would have stopped. Okay, so there's Who's There to Pick Me, the 10th track. Then I probably would have put Sincere as the 11th, Decline as the 12th. Stop the original version of the album there. And then have the deluxe version start with Oh To You, which would be, at that point, the 12th track. And then head into Tainted, Long Way Home, and Heatstroke. Yeah, definitely that's what I would have done if I worked in A&R and had a say in how in the album rollout. But other than that, like for most of the album, I want to say like a good 75% of it, it was very consistent, very within the same realm. It fit together. I like the versatility that we had in production and in sound without going outside of that bubble that we were in for a very long time. And I had a great time listening to it. I like the stories that we had and the visuals that we had. His vocals are stunning. I love the versatility between the rapping moments and the song moments. I love, all the elements that we played with, but that didn't feel like, it didn't feel like an identity crisis, like far from it. It really felt like an evolution and like a mature stage when it comes to Khalid's music. So I really, really had a good time. And there are several tracks that I want to get back to, and I want to pick out like which ones I like the most. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing this ranking. I feel like no skips so far. I would have I would listen to the album from beginning to end, not skipping one single track, and I'm kind of really feeling it completely. That emo rock influence. They decided really well, for the client to be the closer. That's why it would have made it the closer even for the regular version of the album if it had a deluxe to it. I like it after Sincere. Guitar at the end was really, really good. Yeah, I kind of liked it. There's a lot of like early 2000s influence in the album. I would call them more like micro influences because they're not exactly going into the sounds of that era, but they're using elements from that. Like I said, I referred to Justin Timberlake. I referred to Timbaland. I referred to like the early 2000s dark sound. I still can't exactly pinpoint what song I'm thinking about, but I feel like it's a song I used to listen to because it was on radio back at the time and like one of the successes from then. And all the guitar elements that make me think of like, I think what probably would stand out to me as the most similar in terms of sound would be like Simple Plan a little bit. That had those like emo moments and piano moments as well. So yeah, there's definitely micro influences within the album, but definitely staying within the realm of R&B, which I really, really liked, and it made for an interesting project altogether. I just wanted him to lean into his full voice at the end of Decline. It would have been nice to have like kind of this belting moment or like this, little moment of like falling into it. But also there's a lightness to it in the guitar that was pretty nice. I also remember, I know that you said at some point that the piano. Oh yeah, okay. I've always associated piano with Winter in this melody. I agree. Piano and Winter really go well together, whereas guitar feels a little more summery. So definitely.